Welcome back. If you're new, you can have me scuttling around inside your skull by subscribing. Click the bell notification and you won't miss anything. Only about 5% of the ocean has been explored. What's even more surprising is that the bottom of the ocean has almost never been seen at all. Beneath the ocean surface, it's almost entirely pitch black. Things disappear in the ocean all the time. Keys, sunglasses, submarines, airplanes, even cities. And of course, people. So many people disappear at sea. Over 170 people have just disappeared in the ocean over the past 20 years. The ocean is full of dead bodies. It contains more human remains than all of the museums on Earth put together. During some excavations, scientists uncovered a 10,000-year-old skeleton, and nobody reacted because it's such a common find within the oceanographic community. The ocean is an underground graveyard. Skeletal remains attract scavengers that lay millions of eggs on the carcasses beneath. The ocean is a dark place that feeds on the living and the dead in a haunting and disturbing manner. When I think about it, the ocean is actually the most horrific place on Earth. Now here's 5 disturbing deep sea discoveries. This gigantic eye was found in the sea. It's so big that it needs a pair of hands just to carry it. Can you just imagine what the underwater beast that lost this eye would look like? There's a fish that looks like something straight from hell. It hunts down prey close to the bottom of the ocean. Are you ready to see it? I said, are you ready? This is called the anglerfish. The following photographs are seriously creepy underwater sculptures. This statue of a girl is 18 feet tall and weighs 60 tons. It's the largest underwater statue in the world. There's a constant, massive whirlpool off the coast of Scotland. It's caused by complex tidal forces creating a swirling pool of death. It's the 3rd largest permanent whirlpool on Earth, and it's Scotland's most dangerous tourist attraction. A team once equipped a mannequin with a life jacket and a depth gauge. They threw it into this dangerous stretch of water into the whirlpool where it was sucked down. They wondered if it would ever come back up again, and eventually it did. The depth gauge told them it had been all the way down to over 650 feet. On the floor of the North Pacific Ocean, more than 18,000 feet below the surface, rests the heavy cruiser ship, the USS Indianapolis. In the South Pacific in July, way back in 1945, after delivering parts for the atomic bomb, which was later dropped on Hiroshima, the USS Indianapolis was torpedoed by a Japanese submarine in shark-infested waters. The Indianapolis mission was so secret she sailed alone. The Navy actually failed to pass on information that Japanese submarines were still active in the area. An estimated 900 of the ship's servicemen survived the nighttime sinking, but before rescuers arrived 5 days later, drowning, dehydration and shark attacks had claimed nearly all of them, and only 317 survived. There was 1,197 crew and only 317 survived. It was the worst sea disaster in US naval history. The sharks came from miles away to feast on the carnage from the wreck. They then started eating those who had survived the explosions. The sharks were continually there, mostly feeding off the dead bodies, and as the sharks continued to attack, clouds of blood in the water grew and attracted more to the area, leading to even more attacks. A survivor said, in that clear water you could see the sharks circling. Then every now and then, like lightning, one would come straight up and take a sailor and take him straight down. One came up and took the sailor next to me. The wreckage of the USS Indianapolis was discovered in August 2017. That's 72 years after it was torpedoed. Knowing the story behind these photographs and what happened to the crew of the USS Indianapolis, that 900 sailors initially survived the torpedo attack and were waiting to be rescued in the water, living in constant fear of sharks. And then most of them died in the most terrifying way, makes this deep ocean discovery the most haunting and disturbing. If you enjoy listening to my voice, watch another video right now and remember to subscribe. Leave me a comment, I'd love to know your thoughts. And one of you listening right now is gonna have me knock on your window in 4, 3, 2,